Well, we told you about President Trump's big week, but the month of February has worked out pretty well for him as well already. Take a listen to what Tammy Bruce actually told Stewart on the show last week.
It was a perfect storm. Things came together completely. You had everything ranging from, of course, the Iowa debacle and a great State of the Union address. The economy still was moving forward. You have the other problems, of course, with the Democrats and their candidacies in general, some general chaos. And then you also had, interestingly, the collapse of the Oscar ratings.
With us now, Robert Moran, Brunswick Group partner. Robert, you've got your own list of key events for this month. What are they?
Sure. Well, I call them the February 5, the 5 big things that happened in the first week of February that I think are going to go down in the history books. Number 1 is Trump's acquittal. Number 2 is the result in the Iowa caucuses and the meltdown there and the very open questions about where we go next in the Democratic primary. Number 3 is Trump's State of the Union message, which was really a strong re-election message. 4 is the economy and the great jobs report data, 3.6% unemployment. And 5, which is the big question mark, the sort of black swan event, which is coronavirus.
You know, Robert, let me go with 5 because I'm glad you brought that up. I saw a piece out of Morning Consult, a survey there, and it was really impressive because 61% approved of the way the government's handling this. Only 23% did not. Contrast that with Ebola, where only 27% thought the government did a good job and 62% did not. You know, this is something initially Joe Biden brought it up as one of the campaign stumps. But since then, I haven't heard a lot of Democrats talking about this. It feels like Americans think that the government, particularly the CDC, have done a pretty good job.
Well, I think there's a couple things that are going on here. First, at least right now, the coronavirus appears to be mostly contained to Hubei province and also to mainland China, with a growing number of cases outside. But in the United States, I think we only have about 15 cases as of today. So that, I think, number 1 is still a very small number relative to our population. I think the second is that the administration did very quickly start to shut down flights as a reaction, which is what people worry about, and what people were concerned about during the Ebola outbreak. So, but the question is not just, so there's a question, the first question is, does it continue to spread? And that's a big health and economic question. But there's another just basic economic question, which is, even if it's contained in Hubei, what does that do to the growth rate coming out of China and Asia, and how does that impact the U.S. economy?
But I think, though, with respect to President Trump and the idea, the commander-in-chief, and how they've handled this so far, dovetails nicely with your list. Real quick, I only have time for one more, though. The economy. You know, we had this University of Michigan sentiment number out. The Democrats, their expectations for the next 6 months have gone through the roof. Nowhere near Republicans or independents, but significantly higher since September when this impeachment thing began. Could this be, though, an area where people expect so much that it could be tough to deliver? You know, success begat success, and we start to take that stuff for granted.
No, I mean, I think if you look at all the underlying data right now in the economy, it's really strong. And the biggest predictor of a president's reelection is the economy and what's going on with jobs and economic growth. And that is, you know, really Trump's strength. I think the only fear would be if the coronavirus sort of slows us down or impacts that growth. And some of that's out of our hands.
Yeah, some of it is. And there will, in fact, be some impact in the first and second quarter, no matter what. Robert, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.